Wow, it is currently Sunday, and this is a trade that I took on Friday, and I was meant to record this on Saturday, but guess the fuck what? I forgot, ladies and gentlemen. I was fucking up my portfolio on cryptocurrencies. Not financial advice, by the way, but yeah, here we are today. Now I'm catching up, and I really want to go to the gym. I was actually about to go to the gym, but I have this shit to do. And this shit takes priority. I am not moving this on Monday when I have a whole vlog to edit that is behind by like a couple days. So you get me? Entrepreneurship struggles, yeah? Cool. Me and you are now going to make a two-way agreement. We're going to walk through this together, and you're not going to walk away from the screen, and you're going to listen to everything I'm about to say, okay? Because that way you'll learn the best, right? Okay, so like I said, we took this trade on Friday here at 10:15. I was genuinely about to hop off the day because of the price action. It was so bad, bro. Oh yeah, September price action is meant to be good, guys. Yeah, they fucking said. They said that all right, and guess the fuck what? It was slow, really slow. But yeah, let's take a look into this. Let's dive into, what happened here. Trying to see if we got any like news or anything. I forgot what news we got on Friday. I just know for a fact that this was a really choppy market. I was taking it slow on Friday because it was really choppy. It was really slow. No real like manipulation here. Ideally, I was looking to come down and take something like London lows. Let me just check ES quickly. Yeah, I mean, London lows just seemed like the most appropriate target here, considering we have like a large imbalance here. So not only do we have liquidity, but we also have a whole price range to target here, right? Market targets two things, right? First thing is liquidity. Second thing is inefficiencies, which is just fair value gaps. That was my target, or my ideal bias for the day, is that we take shorts down to there. And this trade was actually about to become a short. It was a 2-minute trade here. If we closed below this fair value gap over here, I most likely would have shorted down to either this low here or down to London lows. It would have been a 2-minute entry on this inverse fair value gap, right? If it was an inversion, but it ended up not being that. So I completely flipped my bias here. And initially, I didn't really have a bias. I was really just looking to see what the market did first, because it was really slow again. Like on these days, you can't really, marry a certain bias. You have to watch what the market does. We did have like an all-time high SMT as well between both indexes here. So I was really thinking that, we'd have one tiny little push to the downside, this draw on liquidity here, or at least this one before we take out all-time highs on the NASDAQ. My bearish bias was also supported by this SMT that we formed over here. It's a lot more clearer on like the 2-minute time frame here. You can see off of this high down to this high here. ES was the lagging index here, but the NASDAQ just gave a lot better input here. So yeah, like I said, that would have been a short here, but my bias flipped right after I saw that we had another SMT here. We had a bullish SMT over here, and bear in mind, right? I'll only really classify SMTs if they show in like a good price range, because if we're consolidating all the time, or if we just like got really choppy price action, then, SMTs just spawn in everywhere and they're really unreliable. But this was reasonable, right? This SMT was reasonable to count because it was in line with a bunch of other confluences here. So we respected this gap that I was hoping that we could inverse on the 2-minute. And then almost immediately after respecting this 2-minute here, we went ahead and inversed this 2-minute over here. So this to me is like an A model. This is an A+ model even. The SMT here supports all of this. Maybe it would have been A+ if it was like a good draw on liquidity here, but it was an SMT. I would count that. This is like an A/A+ entry over here. Yes, the risk to reward isn't, one-to-one directly. However, this was the only trade that I would have taken today at a loss of 300 if I did lose this trade. And, I just had a very strong bias here, considering we had all-time highs literally right here. And then we had an A setup unfold right in front of our eyes. Like, who wouldn't take this? Genuinely, who wouldn't take this? I saw my mentor take this exact same trade as well, believe it or not. In turn, am I really in the wrong here? No, because I saw a setup and I took that setup. It was an A setup. Glad I waited for that setup and didn't enter off of some bullshit back here. Because, 2 months ago, I probably would have entered off of some shitty confluences in here. There's literally nothing going on here. I'd still find some excuse. I'd be like, oh, we're gonna, because we just displaced below this low over here, we're gonna come and touch London lows, right? That's not me anymore. And I need to take a shit. Wow. I really need to take a shit, bro. I need to wrap this up. But yeah, that was the trade that we took. I think we were up like around $208 on this trade over here. We're actually back at break even on the account. We're genuinely becoming a break-even trader now. We are so close to profitability. I am preaching this day in, day out. We have gone from being unprofitable, and now we are moving into the break-even stage. That to me is crazy enough, because that sort of transition, when you know you're like, you're not losing as much anymore, it shows you're moving into profitability. I am so close. And, if you want to catch up with my journey, hop on the Instagram, and also you've got the Discord as well. Like, a lot of boys there are already interacting with each other. I'm answering all your questions. If you're completely new to trading, bro, hop in the Discord. I'll probably even hop in a call with you if I'm free. I'll teach you some basics and, show you the ins and outs of like what to expect when you like first step into trading. Because I for sure made a lot of mistakes in my first few months, right? Do I regret making those mistakes? Fuck no. Those mistakes made me who I am today, right? Never regret your own mistakes in the past. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you put off a good ending to the trading week. This right here is a very nice way to end off the week. Even though it was a pretty rough week, I'd still say that this is like, this lets some shit off my chest knowing that I actually managed to catch one green day at least. I just checked Monday's news as well. So for Monday, we're expecting one orange folder pre-market. Hopefully that orange folder will give us some volatility and create like data highs or lows that we can use as like a draw in liquidity. We don't really have any news moving into market open, so we'll see how the market moves. Again, Monday gotta, really take shit into consideration, be cautious and whatnot, but at least we have one orange folder. Hey, at least it's not like a complete like blank Monday where we just have nothing. It's not a bank holiday either, bro. Can we really complain, bro? No, we have opportunities on that day and we have a whole week ahead of us, so prepare for that week. Make sure you're rested, make sure you get enough hours of sleep. If you're really new to trading or you just have some questions, you want to know like some psychology tricks or anything like that, if you've just got anything wrong with your trading, bro, come to the Discord. I'll help you. I'll do my best to, help you with your situation, because that's what I'm here to do, man. I mean, here I am trying to become profitable. I'm not properly profitable yet. I am soon, but, being able to help people is a great feeling, man. And I'm open to doing that any fucking day of the week, 24/7, right? So that really is it from me today. Really should have done this trade recap yesterday, but hey, I mean, when there's certain opportunities that you might not get again, you have to take those opportunities, and that completely made me forget about the trade recap. At least I got it done now. See you boys on Monday for when we take a trade or not. Depends how the market moves, but make sure to trade responsibly, be disciplined, and don't take bullshit setups, right? Dude, my gut is sending it. I'm going to the toilet. Peace the fuck out.